Rusty's Crypto Cave here. As you can see, my S19K Pro has arrived from Altairtech. It was ordered on the 17th. It was delivered yesterday, which I believe was the 24th, so that's exactly a week. And there you can see what I paid for it was $1701.59. Tax tags, everything out the door. Tags. I'm talking like the car business. But yeah, basically tax, shipping, duties, everything like that. So let's get this unboxed and get her in a shed. And we have to go out first and see what we got to move around and on the PDUs and stuff, and what we're going to shut down to get everything up and running. Alrighty, we're out in the shed here. This is the iBeLink BM-K3, the Canadian monitor. This is the unit that we are shutting down today. It is currently hooked up to the green PDU, so it's pulling 5372. The S19 is also hooked up to that one. I believe it's the green one. I have to double check again. Now I forget. But anyway, the S19 K Pro 104, the iBeLink, the network switch, the mini Doge, and the Octominer are all on that PDU there. So I'm guessing that one. See that? Yep, nope, it comes out of that one. Or no. Yeah, that is it. It is a green one. So, and then the blue one is this guy. So I know the blue one has that S19 on it, the 3070 Flux rig, and the 3080s. So, but we're going to be shutting some of this stuff down. So just out of curiosity, we're at 5371. I'm going to shut down the mini Doge. Going from 5371 to 5140. So about 230 watts or so for that. And then let's see, follow this cable down. So that's that guy. This one, that's the network switch, so leaving that one in. And then this one is the Jazz miner. So we'll figure out where we're going to plug these back in once we get the S19 back up. Alright, so that takes us down to 4880. And then now we're going to shut down the iBeLink. $28.58 is where we're at right now. And so that is just the S19 K Pro running at 2800 watts. I believe it's running at around 105, 106, 107 terahash. I should have brought the laptop out, but when I come back out, because I basically just carried the S19K Pro out. So that should give me plenty of watts. Even if it's 3000 watts, that puts that right at, say, 5800, which is right around what that's been running. Just a little over the 24 amps, 80% rule, which isn't terrible. So we'll put everything on that guy. So let me get the S19 hooked up. I'm going to get my laptop out here so we can check the power usage and the hash rate on that one right now. And we'll go from there. You'll just see how far off the power number at the outlet is compared to what Brains OS is saying. So I think it is off a little bit. Might not be a ton, but it's going to be off a little bit, I think. So we'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back out here in the shed. See, power usage is 2861. Like I said, that is just the S19 K Pro 104. Here we are. Got the laptop out now in Brains. Hash rate is 107.7. This power usage is 3051. So it's actually using about, say, 200 watts less than what the software is using, which I knew it was lower. This is actually the first time in all, probably since I initially hooked it up, that that was the only thing I had running on that breaker. So now we can see it's off by about 200 watts. And then see what the actual power usage is. So I almost made a big oopsie too. Going through, I had power cables hanging out here, which you can see there's Ethernet power cables. This is a C19 C20 plug with the Octaminer adapter on the bottom. So probably wouldn't be able to use that for the S19 because it draws too much power. The iBeLink uses a C19 C20 plug, as you can see. And that was plugged in that outlet down there. So what I had to do, I actually had the Ethernet switch plugged into that one, that PDU. I switched it back to the original OEM cable and plugged it into the 120, and because that freed up a cable, because I only had one more cable left. And I've been buying these trip-light cables, the C13, C14, 15 amp. See if there's a gauge on here, but I don't see the gauge. But they are, you can see they are pretty thick, and these have been pretty dang good. I'm going to look to see if I can find a gauge rating on here. My old eyes are letting me down. I can't see a gauge rating on there, but I'll check on Amazon and I'll leave a link down below. If you want to check these out, these are really good cables. Never had an issue with any of them. Only issue I ever had is maybe not having enough. So when I'm done doing this, I'm probably going to go in there and hop on and order a few more just to have some spares. Or extras if I get another ASIC or move things around or whatever. So, but I'm going to get this iBeLink removed because I do have to disconnect the exhaust vent, which I'm not going to be hooking up the S19 to this, the Fruition Designs kit. I'm going to remove that from here because actually, as you can see, I still had the stock fans on there, just with longer screws. I actually had to make spacers just so they weren't too long to mount that kit to it and use that exhaust vent. So I'm probably just going to block that off and just let the ASIC exhaust into the shed. So it's down there, getting ready for its new home. So I'm going to disconnect that with the S19 there and get her fired up. Alrighty, we got her plugged in and turned on. She's a little loud right now. As you see, the fault light is still on. Power usage hasn't ramped up yet. It didn't start mining. But everything in here says normal, so this does take a few minutes to get everything ramped up and rolling. Give her a refresh. Wi-Fi's been a little wonky out in the shed today, but so we're gonna just give this a few minutes, let it start hashing, and let's see where the power usage and everything is at. Starting to ramp up. Fault light is still on, but power usage is starting to ramp up a little bit. Waiting to see that start to jump by the hundreds instead of the single digits. As you can see, I moved the Jazz Miner and the Mini Doge over to the blue one. Fan speed is winding down. Power usage is ramping up. We are mining, folks. Nice and quiet, surprisingly. Granted, power's not all the way up there yet, but still climbing. I'm guessing this is going to stop around the 57 to 5800 mark. Pretty good guess. Looks like, yeah. We'll spike to 59. Fault light is still on. Real-time hash rate now says abnormal. Oh, nope, there we go. Just populate a hash rate. Average total. No accepted shares. Let's give her a refresh. There we go. Real-time hash rate slowly ramping up. It says normal. Yeah, 3 accepted shares, so now we're mining. Oh, we're up to 6,100. So we're a little high. Maybe what I could do is I could cut the power down on that one, which will realistically really only make that one more efficient. So, you know, let's hop over to brains. Configuration, performance. Let's do 2,700. Save and apply. Now that one should restart. That one's restarting and powering down. Our normal light is on that one. Goddamn stink bugs. Yeah, so this one's ramping down and starting to ramp back up again. But I'm gonna give her a few minutes and we'll come back once it's all at full speed. Alrighty, power's around 5,700. Stink bug's still crawling around. I might be able to even squeeze another 100 watts out of that or not, but it's tuning right now, so I'm going to let the 2,700 watt tuning go. And as you can see, tuner status is running. So actually, I didn't have a 2,700 watt preset already. And you'll see in the frequencies and stuff like that, they'll all flash around and change around as it's doing its thing and tuning each chip. So this process does take a while. It's probably going to take a good 6-8 hours to get everything tuned properly. But once that says stable, or I forget what the hell it says there. You can check back earlier in the video. It says something there, and that will be good to go. So lost about 10 terahash so far, but also dropped at 300 watts. So usually the lower these run, the more efficient they get. So. Or the lower power usage they run, the more efficient they get. So we'll see where this settles out at. It'll probably be sometime later tonight. This video will be out before then, so the weekend's video I'll put the update on that. But so far we're looking good. Still hovering around the 5,700 mark. What I did do is I moved the KS0 to where the iBeLink was, and then I put the S19 K Pro up the top shelf, pointing directly at the exhaust fan. So all the heat from that will exit quickly. I just left that hanging like there. For now, I may block it off and just put some duct tape over the vent just to close up the hole. But we'll figure that out. I just wanted to get this thing up and running as quickly as possible. So that's what I did, and we are. Temps in the shed are climbing a little bit, but it was 59 on the intake side when I first came in. I don't recall what the exhaust side said, but now it shows 97. But I do have those fans at a speed of 7, so I can even crank them up a little bit if I need to. It's a little more airflow in here. But yeah, that's all for today. We got the S19K Pro up, hashing away. and making some more Bitcoins. So we'll see you in the next weekend's videos. Catch you later.